Hey, I'm Jackie with Souls in Action, and we're doing a live Q&A interview with Robotic Pirate Monkey, who is joining us right now. Woohoo!
Hi, Jackie.
Hey, Matt. This is Matt. This is Andrew. If you want to have some live questions, tweet us at AARPM, hashtag RPM interview, and we'll get them answered. First question. Are you ready? Are you excited?
Mm-hmm.
Woo! This is so exciting. From Curtis Smith, how well did you guys know each other before RPM?
Not that well. We kind of just got together and then we started making music.
Yeah, we're DJing like parties for our friends. We had the same friends, so started DJing parties together.
Oh. Actually, I guess I've known Fletcher for a while. We grew up skiing together.
Oh,
yeah,
that's cute.
Yeah.
Like, did y'all learn together, or were y'all like already?
We were on like the same freestyle ski team in high school.
That's another one of our questions from Luke Rothschild. He said that you were a professional skier before RPM?
Yeah, but before we did music, we were all pretty good. Like Fletcher was on the U.S. ski team. Barry Hill was pretty savage.
We all skied, so
skier.
that's kind of like how our group all.
Yeah.
We were all friends with the same people essentially.
So Luke wants to know what music you listened to while you were skiing.
93.
Yeah, that Illmatic, awesome. Andre Nicotina Radio is fantastic. I like listening to Pretty Lights. Pretty Lights is a lot of fun to listen to while I'm skiing.
Yeah.
He's really good. And yeah, it's pretty much that.
Anything good, you know?
Yeah.
All right, so y'all are playing your last show tomorrow at the One Up on Colfax. Are you excited about that?
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
It's gonna be. I mean, it's sad. It's sad to close a chapter in my life, but we're doing it the right way. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it should be really exciting. One Up is a great venue. We actually never played there before, so.
What?
Yeah, so it'll be kind of fun to play a new venue, you know? It's kind of different.
Yeah, a new venue, last show. It's a great venue.
Yeah, it is.
I've been
there a lot.
So, are there gonna be any tears? Should we put some tissues up?
Maybe this guy. Maybe this guy.
Aw, that's so cute.
You know, it's emotional. Emotional.
Okay, so Electronic Colorado wants to know, the name Robotic Pirate Monkey is rather unique. Where did it come from?
Well, we were making music, and at the time it was me, Fletch, and Barry Hill, and we had another buddy he loves Colorado. His name's Benny, and he was hanging out with us at the time. And we came up with our first track. I think it was Jolene.
Yeah, it was real early on. We were writing Disturbing Pleasant Streets Will It Be Now. And then I was sleeping. We were all looking for a name. Like, we need a name for a bunch of this music we were making. So I got woken up to Benny. Yo, I got the name. I was like, okay, what's the name? Robot Pirate Zombie Ninja Monkey. What are you talking about? You know?
Yeah, it was like a rock, paper, scissors game.
Google that in, yeah. You'll see what it really is, but we kind of just carved it down, and obviously pirates are the dopest of all five of those, so kind of that was the keystone about that. Oh, maybe Ninja. Ninja.
I like that.
Yeah,
That's a great story. But your production process is also pretty unique. We've heard that you have designed some of your own equipment. Can you tell us about that?
We use a lot, I'd say, as far as anything I used on stage is all Max for Live and some kind of nerdy MIDI converter things, you know, so it's a little more progressive. But as far as messing around with hardware and stuff, you know, that's kind of just play. Nothing on, you know.
Just fun.
Yeah, but
we wrote all of Booty Snatch on mono.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I don't know. We like to experiment, you know, so.
Whoa! I have just been informed that y'all said one of the secret words, and so now y'all have to get ice. Not exciting.
That was, bro, that was your fault.
I'm
not gonna drink it all at once, so.
Cheers, man.
We got twist on.
That means chug, guys.
Mm.
Wow.
If anybody knows me, they don't have alcohol problems.
All right. Well, that's a sore subject. All right, back to the questions. At Benjamin Vibe says, tell us more about the stash and when is it going to be available?
First of all, I love you, Benjamin, if you're out there.
Benjamin, you
He's
fool.
from Fresno. Check out his beats. He's really talented.
Mm-hmm.
Stash is pretty cool. It's actually been an idea we had prior towards, us, figuring out our futures here. But it's a collection of, a lot of the live remixes we do. When we play, we have a different, setup than a normal, DJ template. So we have the ability to add and subtract various elements of each track we've made. So like a lot of the remixes are on there from, even 4 years ago. There's some tracks we never released on there, all sorts of real fun stuff. And it's all in a live mix format. So it's about 40, 45 minutes of just RPM tunes. And, you'll recognize, some of the more popular ones mixed in with some other stuff. So it will be fun, I think, experience.
Are y'all going to play a lot of that tomorrow?
I mean, we've been playing all of it since time
All the
began.
new stuff.
Yeah,
Okay. Word.
It's in the set. It's ready.
It's ready. We're doing it. Okay. Philip Tripp wants to know, what is your craziest story from the road?
Oh man.
The cop story in West Virginia is pretty good.
Anything
Oh,
that costs is
wow.
probably a good story.
We're allowed to talk about pot on here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're in
That
Colorado.
was crazy.
So I'm driving, and we're.
Oh my god.
So you got his phone stolen by the bouncer
Yeah, wait.
the night before, so we were all pissed off. I was pissed off.
I wasn't.
Right? And so the next day, we're pretty partied out, and we were driving. I was driving the van. He was next to me, rolling a doobie on his phone, and we hit this intersection that was weird, where it was like a one-way versus a one-way, and I ended up accidentally cutting this cop off. So we stopped at and if you guys know about West Virginia, they don't like our recreation.
Pot.
Yeah. So we roll up, and we were with a band called Terravita at the time, and one of the guys goes, "Yo, the cop's walking up," and I told her, I just did, "Oh yeah, whatever." And all of a sudden, I look over, there's a cop basically knocking on my window. He's rolling a dude right next to me, and it was kind of froze us in our tracks. Roll the window down. He's like, "You cut me off." I was like, all I said was, "I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir." And he just kind of like, it was weird because I don't think he's seen people like us before. So he kind of, I think we took him off guard just like he took us off guard, and he kind of just backed away. He's like, "All right, just get out of our state." Pretty much.
That was so funny.
I mean,
The foreigners.
yeah, that was pretty funny. I don't know, there's many. That was one of the more recent. So I can remember.
Let's see. What happened that one time when we had to somehow find a ride all the way across the state of Florida?
Oh, that was pretty good.
That was cool.
Yeah,
That's
sometime.
cool.
Yeah.
We got it done thanks to.
Thought we had a ride, and we didn't. We had to get from like the one side of Florida to the other. So.
That was cool.
And you did it?
Yeah, we did it. Yeah.
We got done. What else? Some of the long drives that you've done. You busted out some serious legs.
And so did you.
Yeah, I know. What about that one in Minneapolis to Vermont?
That was wild.
That was a big one.
I drove from like Minneapolis to the middle of New York. We didn't really stop.
Yeah. And you kind of set me up for the alley and slam dunk.
Alley and slam dunk, feeling fresh.
Yeah, that was funny.
All right, let's see. At Tony Oberto,
Oh.
what is your
Hi,
favorite?
Tony.
Huh?
He's my best friend from home.
BFF. What's up?
Yeah.
Okay. What is your favorite RPM original or cover remix? And why?
The Deltron one we put out. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
There's a new track on the stash that you guys will like.
Nice. I'm excited. Let's see. At Finality Mastering, how did living in Boulder at the start of RPM shape your musical direction? Also, come over after this, bring Tico.
First of all, if you guys need mastering, hit up Nick. He's finally mastering. He's been mastering every track since the beginning of RPM. And many other people like Late Night Radio and Loud Pack and all sorts of people. So he's a great guy.
Yeah.
Second of all,
We got
That
the
was-
Tico.
yeah, so we got the Tico.
I got papers too.
Good neighbors.
Yeah.
Boulder was a lot, I think when the whole pre-lights thing happened, that we were there from the very beginning. I remember going to a pre-light show at the Fox with like 100 people, so that was a huge influence on why we did it the way we did, and also like the more live performance style and the music style, from sampling synthesis to the hip hop drums, it was all from being in Boulder. I couldn't imagine being, at a different college and seeing this sort of success or, this sort of path, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely Pretty Lights was definitely a huge influence. But I thought Savoy when my freshman year at CU, like when they put out that Jam Rock remix, it was so dirty. I remember I went up and I saw them with Yodo at Mishawaka. Is that it? Is it the place that closed in Foco?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw Savoy and No Such Thing and Yoda up in Mishawaka, and I was pretty influenced by Savoy as well at the time. They kind of went down a different path, but
Yeah, they're at the time they're like the coolest thing in Boulder, as far as people from Boulder stuff. So that was really cool. Yeah.
No, yeah, I'm from Texas, and so around that time, we were just always like, they were like, Pretty Lights would come, Savoy would come, and just like, Colorado and Boulder's like crushing it right now. It's just like all coming from that like one area. It's so insane.
Pretty Lights is so dirty.
But
He's so good.
about that as well, y'all kind of said another word, and so I'm gonna have to ask y'all again. Don't hate me, love me, it's just a game.
It is. We signed up.
By the end of this interview, y'all are just gonna be like, all right, question. It'll be great. All right, at Project Ari, who or what is your biggest inspiration? No, we haven't asked that question.
No, I mean-
Your biggest inspiration behind the creation of your music.
I think Deadmau5 is a huge part of it.
Yeah, Steve viewed as one of my heroes for sure, and it's because he does, he was involved making music, but he's also a huge technology innovator of all music. So it's one of my people I really look up to. PL obviously was someone that we looked up to from the very beginning. Anyone that's good is, I think, also especially our friends. Once we got involved with the scene and started making friends and saw people, even people that careers started before us, people's careers started after us. That's really inspiring. It just kind of shows how the organism works and like the life of the scene. So
That's awesome. All right, we're getting like so many questions here. Tastes good. Do you know,
It
I heard
tastes like
in
lemonade.
an alcohol class that malt beverages actually have like a higher percentage than like beer and some other things.
Well, what were you in the alcohol class for? Science.
Kind of fell into that one. Hey, who's doing the interviewing here?
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Always.
At Mary Robbins, how do at Wilcox Weaver and his pro surfing skills play into your early development?
Oh my God. Very treasure tar.
If I remember correctly, he refused to get in the water with us, so
Yeah.
we never witnessed these Wilcox surfing skills.
And there's
That
your
was a great
answer.
question. That's
Not
so
able to be
funny.
answered.
At Wilcox Weaver. You guys tell us who him
Wilcox Weaver, yeah.
Okay, at Joseph Smith, what is the most memorable RPM set you guys have played?
Joseph Smith, let me ask you a question. Have you seen the Book of Mormon on Broadway?
We'll assume he said yes.
That was your question.
Was that the answer?
I just heard Joseph Smith and I thought, like, flashback to, I saw Book of Mormon recently. It's like fantastic.
It's coming to Denver in like 2 months.
It's so good. Highly
I wanna see it
recommend
here, it's
seeing
hilarious.
it.
All right.
What did he say? What was
He asked, what was the most memorable RPM set you guys have played?
The Red Rocks main stage will obviously be big.
Yeah, definitely.
First Fox show was big.
Yeah.
The Bluebird show, there's a video of the Bluebird show was big.
That
Oh,
Georgia
any big
set,
show.
that set in Georgia at that motorcycle ranch.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, that was really good. Webster Hall. I don't know, anyone that, people seem engaged, it makes us feel good, so.
Nice.
I like to say,
Also, anytime we go up in the mountains, it's great.
yeah, seems like
Fort
our crowd.
Collins is fun. What else? Aspen's great. Vale is great. And then don't want to leave out our family out in the west coast of Colorado.
Grand J?
Grand J.
Oh, Grand J?
Yeah.
Can't forget about Grand J.
All right, here's one from the Dankles. How has your perception of the music industry changed over the years? Yeah, that's a pretty deep one.
It's always changing.
Yeah.
It's if you want to be on top of it, you gotta really work hard, especially now compared to 4 or 5 years ago, there's everybody's younger and better. It's just like a computer, they get smaller and faster every year. So I don't know, it's a tough question to really answer in a couple lines.
And there's a bunch of parts of the music industry that kind of suck.
Yeah,
And
it's some bad taste in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, y'all have been through kind of the very beginning of electronic music, starting to get super popular, and now you have electronic music on the radio, it's just blowing up.
Yeah.
That change must be super crazy to get to see, it's every advance.
It's also fun though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very fun.
It's fun. You meet a lot of really good people.
Yeah, you get to tell your kids, when you're a grandpa, be like, I remember.
You want to see some shots from the 20s? No, you don't.
Okay, Molly Wallace. You guys have shared the stage with many amazing artists like Crystal Castles, Big Gigantic, Grizz. Who has been your favorite artist to share the stage with, and why?
I think personally, I like playing with Buku. I like playing with Freddie Todd.
Any of our friends.
Kicks and Licks. Those guys are the best. Who else?
I don't know. For us, I think it's more about people that we assimilate with than someone that I think is cool.
Yeah. Exactly.
So unfortunately, sometimes they think someone's really cool, and you show up the show, you don't even get to say hi to them and shit. So it's sometimes you wish that didn't happen. But it's all relative. Everybody's a human, and everybody's either tired, mad, happy. I don't know. It's different. Not everybody. It's not about playing with Diplo. It's not. The image is for us is just it's another person that loves and does what we do. I don't know.
Oh, I love playing late night radio.
Well, that's the best way.
He's fun. Sun Squabby. Those kids are awesome.
Yeah, it's all the homies that you can actually connect with and know that you're having a good time together and you all love the music. So this isn't really a question, but it's kind of a request. But Colorado Culture wants you to finish your drinks.
Got me.
Just saying. All right.
Knew something was fishy when we walked in, and there was 3
So
6-packs of Smirnoff Ice on a counter behind the
well, I told Philip I would bring them, and he obviously forgot, and so he brought some, and so then we just had way more. All right. At Hyatt's Kim, if you could give one piece of wisdom you'd acquired on your journey to your band, what would it be?
To the fans or the music maker?
To the fans and music makers, so we're probably both the same.
For the fans, don't steal or kill. For the music maker, do what you love. Don't think that you have to look at someone else's success and modify what comes out of your, natural music approach. I think stay original, stay you.
Awesome. That's a really good one. I like that. All right, we're gonna ask.
That's kind of grim.
Let's steal.
Andrew,
Those are definitely good points to have, but
do you have anything to add?
I mean, just keep hustling. It's sort of a generic answer, but it's a lot of truth in that saying for sure.
It's true.
You gotta work.
All right. Electronic Colorado wants to know who would last longer in a zombie apocalypse. This is tough. This
Me
is
or
probably
him?
one of the most important questions.
We would be the last ones alive, I can tell you that.
Yeah. We have children
We've had
now.
these are like, that's like the root of all the conversations and a lot of the tour miles that we drive around. Like,
Yeah.
last January, we did 12,000 miles on a rental that wasn't supposed to leave the state of South Carolina. And we rented it in South Carolina and then took it all the way to Denver, up to Milwaukee. And then we were in DC and we were actually rolling back from, we had bought weed from this guy who was like a few exits down the highway. And we accidentally found ourselves on like one of those toll roads that takes photos of the car.
Oh, that was the worst.
And we had to like run home and pay the ticket as soon as we could so that the rental company wouldn't know that we were out of state. And we got back and then we were like, we gave it to the guy, we're like, here's the car.
He goes and puts his machine in it and goes, no, that can't be right. It was pretty good, right? Nah, that's right. We gotta go. We got a flight to catch.
Yeah.
Hop in the shuttle bus. I did it.
I was gonna hop in the shuttle, but
Okay, so y'all would both survive the zombie apocalypse?
Wow. Yeah. Long story
Why would
short,
you guys?
if you want to survive the zombie apocalypse, find us when that happens. You know,
All right.
We've been mentally prepared for a while.
What if it's just y'all two? Who's gonna procreate? I mean, how would y'all?
I don't know, science.
we'll
Science.
track down a lab.
Remember that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie where he gets pregnant? What's
What?
that called? You don't remember that? It's like a long time ago.
Terminator?
Terminator.
What are you talking about Terminator?
What movie were you watching? Okay. Other than that, Joe Webb wants to know, you've come up with some super funky samples over the years. What's been the inspiration behind what you choose to use?
We've just always been tracking down samples. I mean, we did a bunch of vinyl searching. I mean, or I guess it's not a good thing to do, but definitely YouTube rips, which
I mean,
can't
it's not a
avoid
bad
that.
thing to do.
Yeah, but to a vinyl head, it's like death. But you know,
Where-
YouTube.
So you know this girl named Lulu?
Yeah.
Yeah, she kind of has a question.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Lulu has a question. You guys have been notorious for performing your shows without shoes on. Is that a gimmick or a personal preference?
Barry, I'll let you feel this one.
Yeah, I take off my shoes sometimes. I don't know, it's feels good, you know?
Yeah, it's comfortable.
You know, it depends. Sometimes you gotta get on a stage and the shoes aren't coming off, you know? It's stay at the stage, but I don't know. It's like bounce around a little faster.
Yeah. Don't got like socks on, things like interfering with your like.
Yeah,
You would
yeah.
explore.
Shoes are literally dead weight. Think about it.
Okay, Philip Tripp wants to know, you guys have helped pave the way for other Colorado acts to succeed in the dance music scene. Are there any up and coming artists around town right now who you think could be the next big thing to come out of Colorado?
Sun Squad, Late Night.
Yeah, all our friends are doing real good.
Yeah.
It's a tough question because, you know, sometimes, like the question before, is what changed from, you know, when you started to where you began. That's something that changes as you evaluate, you know, music differently. So you don't, I don't know, it's hard to say. I think that all the people that we've connected with are doing really well. I think they're all gonna, you know, in the next few years, we'll all be gaining ground, gaining what, you know, brand equity was what you call it, you know, and anybody that works hard is gonna play hard, you know. So,
Yeah, definitely. All right, at Colorado Culture, how did losing the third member of RPM change you guys as a group?
It was tough, you know. I remember Fletcher came down. It was before the Fox show. Let's see, 2 years, a year and a half ago. And he, let us know what his deal was. And he had been attending grad school for the past year. So me and Andrew took the reins over for the booty snatch era and stuff. And he was looking to make some moves, and we were looking to make some moves. And he let us know that he's ready to move on. And he's in San Francisco right now, just crushing it for Apple. So it's really exciting to see him, really perform well. It wasn't merely seconds before, he took the next step, to gain fulfillment, let's call it. And, it was great, but, it was definitely, a change, it was like, wow, that was, pretty serious. There's some different chemicals going around my body than, normal, it was pretty, I don't know, you don't forget that kind of stuff.
No.
When you work together with someone for a while and things, everybody's going their different direction, it's
Yeah. I mean, but
what's going on right now too, but
life's a roller coaster. You got your ups, your downs. I'm just going up and down.
It's true. It is true. It's definitely true. Things are definitely different, but
But yeah,
one
like
door
you said,
closes, another door opens.
exactly. Change is a constant. Like,
and only you are in
Always
control
up.
to open
Yeah.
the doors you want.
all right. Also, Colorado Culture wants to know what your plans are for life after RPM.
We've both started getting pretty heavy into coding.
Yeah, I mean, all three of us, if you think about it.
Yeah. Yeah, Fletcher's working. He made the Apple website.
He made the Apple website?
Yeah, well, he works on it. He works for Apple. He's web design.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You go,
And
dude.
then Barry Hill's doing Java in Denver.
And he's going to school in Los Angeles, doing
And I'm studying
all sorts
right
of
now. I'm class like Ruby on Rails and
Wow. Visual
Visual Basic, which they're kind of different, but yeah, computers. Which I mean, that the root of RPM is based in computers. So
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of being nerdy and teching out and indulging ourselves in projects, I guess,
yeah. But in the old RPM studio in at Wilcox's house, we built like all sorts of Arduino stuff, like motion detectors and God damn it.
Well, guys, I know y'all are gonna be successful in everything that you do for sure. Oh, and you said a word.
I was actually waiting for a word because Colorado.
I was like, I'm thirsty. What are you gonna say one of these damn words?
You got me going.
I can't even believe you're doing that.
No, but yeah. Y'all are gonna
They'll
be
say it.
I think I've gotten all of them. I think I've gotten all of them. Oh, God.
Oh yeah, y'all are gonna be super successful in all of your life endeavors. I know for sure.
It's really exciting. It's really exciting. It all goes hand in hand with production technology. Essentially, that's your expertise is digital. You're on a computer, So it's actually kind of in a way an extension of that. It's not a whole new path. It's a different direction. But
It's like, why limit yourself when you can do like everything? You can like learn everything.
yeah.
Live the life. All right. Electronic Colorado says, are you nervous for the show tomorrow at all, or is it all excitement? Thanks for all the great music. Good luck.
Excited.
Yeah. We played enough shows to know how it works. It's fun because our sets are very on the fly, so it's always exciting to see what happens because no set will be alike and stuff. We'll definitely be throwing out a lot of the old tracks, I think, and obviously the new tracks and everything in between. So
Are you gonna wear shoes?
we'll see what the stage looks like.
And
Not bad nails.
Yeah, bed and nails. I don't know.
can we expect to see any special guests for the Final Denver show?
Honestly, most of our friends are playing shows in other places, so we'll be there.
I mean, I said
I
I'm
can-
like special and I'm a guest,
Oh,
so.
Lulu will be there. She's
Yeah.
Lulu's
I think
on
every guest
stage.
is special,
Gotta come on
but
stage.
everyone's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it will be a big RPM set for y'all. So.
Nice, it's gonna be awesome. All right, I have a question. And I think it's probably one of the most important questions of the night, so answer wisely, okay?
Is there a
Where'd it
buzzword in this answer?
Would you rather bang a goat and have no one know, or not bang a goat and have everyone know?
About not banging a goat.
No, they would know that they would think you did.
People can think what they want.
Whether I made the goat or not, what everybody else thinks, and, you know.
But then you might not be able to get some like jobs, like your nice like computer jobs, if everyone thought you like banging.
Well, I don't really foresee me working for anyone in,
You might
in
just
the
wanna, like, bang
foreseeable
it out.
future. Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Just take one for the team.
You may know, you might win. You could win. You could win.
All right,
Come on.
finish this sentence. Split tongue.
Oh God, this is, you're not gonna just throw us in there. Dubinsky. Buzzword. Get the fuck out of here with that. Get the fuck out of here. That is not how. That is not how it works. That's
Well,
not how it works.
I think that's how it works. And last but not least,
There you go. Full one right there.
yeah, you only
I
do
think I told you at the beginning.
So, any final words you'd like to say to your fans one last time?
It's been so fun.
Yeah,
Thank you guys so much.
yeah, it's been fun, and we will never forget everything about it. So.
Mhm.
You're gonna make me cry.
Now you can chug your
Yeah.
ice in front of
The ice heard around the world.
I'll do one for y'all. For the old time.
All right.
We're going to
The last time, guys, Robotic Pirate Monkey. Catch them tomorrow at 1 up on Colfax. And let's check it.
Oh.
I'll check mine. Woo!
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.